Welcome to Myth Speak Nica. We explore Latin American and Nicaraguan legends to help you improve your English. Stay tuned until the end for key vocabulary and phrases. This is a story about a man whose name I can barely remember, though I think it was Sebastian. What I do recall is that he was deeply infatuated with his cousin Chona. She was a beautiful young woman with a slender figure but noticeably wide hips. However, Chona never paid him any attention, knowing all too well that Sebastian was quite the womanizer. It was Chona herself who told us this tale, recounting an eerie experience Sebastian once had during one of his escapades. Sebastian had gone to visit some relatives in a remote area near El Viejo. At least that's what he claimed. Chona always suspected those relatives were nothing more than another secret lover. He decided to travel on foot, as the area was far, and back then houses were spread out with vast empty spaces between them. There were narrow paths cutting through the fields that people would use to take shortcuts and get to their destinations faster. It was already late when Sebastian set out. The fading daylight gave him just enough visibility as he approached an old abandoned house. Before reaching it, a man on horseback had warned him not to pass too close to that house. "It's haunted," the man said, "and that's where La Cegua roams." But Sebastian, stubborn as always, refused to change his course. His heart quickened with unease as he moved forward. As he neared the house, a figure emerged. A woman dressed in white, slowly coming toward him. An icy chill crawled up his spine. "It's La Cegua," he muttered, fear gripping him. But Sebastian wasn't entirely unprepared. He had left his home knowing the dangers that lurked along the way, so he carried with him a small pouch filled with mustard seeds. Legend had it that La Cegua couldn't resist picking up mustard seeds if they were thrown on the ground, allowing her intended victim a chance to escape. Trembling, Sebastian threw the seeds from the pouch onto the ground. To his shock, it wasn't just one Cegua, it was three, maybe even four of them. They moved swiftly, almost floating above the ground as they bent to collect the scattered seeds. Their long hair hung like thick ropes, covering most of their faces. Sebastian could see their terrifyingly strange teeth. Some had teeth made of banana peels, others had kernels of corn. Their eyes were hidden beneath their hair, but their hands, those long bony hands with sharp nails, looked more like twisted branches. These creatures, people said, would capture womanizers and men who wandered late at night. They would leave them in a dazed, confused state for days. But Sebastian had managed to escape because of the mustard seeds. In those times, many people traveled with blessed items like the cord of St. Francis to protect themselves from spirits, for it was said that strange things often roamed those lands. But Sebastian's story isn't the only one. My grandmother used to tell us about something that happened to her grandfather Miguel. One early morning, as he was bathing in the river, he heard a voice calling his name. "Miguel, Miguel, come help me." He quickly dressed, tying his pants with his blessed cord. As he approached the voice, he found Chico, a neighbor, caught in a tangle of vines near the riverbank. Chico, visibly shaken, explained that the Seguas had trapped him just to play tricks on him. From not far away, the sinister laughter of the Seguas echoed. Miguel, angered by their cruelty, decided to confront them. He turned his shirt inside out, drew his blessed cord, and carried a cross-shaped cutlass. One of the Seguas, with her body as thin as a tree stem, hair like fibered rope, and teeth made of wildflower petals, stood in his path. He held the cross before her, and she recoiled instantly. He threw the blessed cord around her neck and tied her to a tree. "Miguel, let me go," the Segua pleaded in a raspy voice. "So you know my name," he replied. "Tell me who you are." "I can't, Miguel. Just let me go." "If you don't tell me, I'll take you to the priest," he threatened. When the Chegua remained silent, Miguel did just that, dragging her to the church, bound by the cord. The priest tied her to a palm tree outside the church, whipping her with ropes soaked in holy water. The Chegua writhed in pain, screaming like a demon. Eventually, they released her, throwing mustard seeds on the ground. She spent the night frantically picking them up, but by morning, her shame was too great. Everyone knew who she really was, a woman from the village exposed for what she truly was. She died of sorrow shortly after. And so ends another tale my grandmother used to tell us. Short perhaps, but filled with mystery like the ones that follow.